nice seeing you here. Welcome to COULOIR Du Passé, or in English, Hallway of the Past, a virtual museum brought to you by us. I am your today's tour guide, Theresa, and my partner, Sylvaine. Don't you worry, we will have so much fun today. So let's not waste our time. Let's start! For our first invention, we have the printing press. The printing press is a device that allows the mass production of uniform printed matter, mainly text in the form of books, pamphlets, and newspapers. It is first created in China, before being further developed in Europe in the 15th century by Johannes Gutenberg, and his invention of the Gutenberg press. No one knows when the first printing press was invented or who invented it, but the oldest known printed text originated in China during the first millennium, Anno Domini. It is a Buddhist book from Dunhuang, China, from around 868 Anno Domini during the Tang Dynasty. And it is said to be the oldest known printed book, the Diamond Sutra.
Newspaper is one of the oldest forms of communication that early Filipinos accommodated in order to spread a word.
The multimedia industry started and boomed since then. Newspapers started to contain more images, and real images popped out. Since coming to America as a teacher of the deaf, Alexander Graham Bell had sought a way to transmit speech electronically. He invented the telephone in March 1876.
His interest in sound technology was deep-rooted and personal, as both his wife and mother were deaf. While there's some controversy over whether Bell was the true pioneer of the telephone, he secured exclusive rights to the technology and launched the Bell Telephone Company in 1877. Ultimately, the talented scientist held more than 18 patents for his inventions and worked in communications.
Sometime between 1946 and 1960, the research staff of RCA Laboratories invented the world's first electronic color television system. Interestingly, color television systems had been demonstrated as early as the 1920s, though the technology was refined in the late 1940s. It wasn't initially used for entertainment, but as a tool for surgeons and medical students. The first national color broadcast occurred on January 1, 1954, but over the next dozen years, most networks broadcast and nearly all local programming continued to be in black and white. Televisions in the Philippines was introduced in 1953 through the brother of our former president, Elpidio Quirino. There were networks emerging from side to side until Marcos' regime began and made all media outlets that were critical of the Marcos administration padlocked and sequestered.
In 1975, Bill Gates and Paul G. Allen, two boyhood friends from Seattle, converted BASIC, a popular mainframe computer programming language, for use on an early personal computer, the Altair.
Shortly afterwards, Gates and Allen founded Microsoft, deriving the name from the words microcomputer and software. Microsoft Corporation, leading developer of personal computer software systems and applications. The company publishes books and multimedia titles, produces its own line of hybrid tablet computers, offers email services, and sells electronic game systems and computer peripherals, output and input devices.
Tim Berners-Lee, a British scientist, invented the World Wide Web in 1989 while working at CERN. The web was originally conceived and developed to meet the demand for automated information sharing between scientists and universities and institutes around the world. World Wide Web, by name the Web, is the leading information retrieval service of the Internet. The web gives users access to a vast array of documents that are connected to each other by means of hypertext or hypermedia links.
Yahoo is created by Jerry Yang and David Phillip, two electrical engineering graduate students at Stanford University.
The site was originally called Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web. The company was later incorporated in March 1995.
YouTube is an American online video sharing and social media platform owned by Google. It was launched on February 14, 2005 by Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jod Karim. It is the second most visited website right after Google itself. YouTube has more than 1 billion monthly users who collectively watch more than 1 billion hours of videos each day.
The internet is used all over the world and is still developing. It has become a big part of society and our everyday life.
In fact, multimedia finds its application in various areas, including, but not limited to, advertisements, art, education, entertainment, engineering, medicine, mathematics, business, scientific research, and spatial temporal applications.
Philippines is growing fast in the multimedia industry and it's not stopping.
From newspapers to radios and televisions to internet, video, and photography. Today, multimedia is widely used at home, school, businesses, and political aspects. It has conquered the communication style of the Philippines and helped evolving the world. How did the evolution of multimedia shape the values and norms of people and society? As Albert Einstein put it, it has become appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity. Along with the advancement of technology, the evolution of multimedia also vastly advances as technology and multimedia correlates to one another. With the continuous evolution of technology and multimedia, we can't help but see how these evolutions exceed our humanity as long as it continues to evolve, at the same time as long as we continue to live. The evolution of multimedia, like the evolution of technology, gradually shapes people's and society's values and norms. Individual views, beliefs, and behaviors can all be influenced by multimedia, as it can change our opinions in a way. As multimedia grows, it subconsciously forces us to absorb these new ideals and standards. Its information on new norms in everyday life may influence society to accept them. The multimedia has the ability to impact our perceptions about a wide variety of subjects, including what we consume, who we idolize, and our opinions of political concerns, as well as social issues centered on diverse features such as ethnicity, religion, gender identity, and so much more. We might conclude that the evolution of multimedia shapes societal values and norms is inevitable. As long as technological evolution continues, multimedia and its contents will continue to influence us, the people, and society.